Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Ren. Most of you who are watching this first video probably know me and probably know what this video is going to be about. Today I'm going to do my first wish haul. Yeah. So during quarantine, I was working from home, and so I had a lot of free time, and I recently got my first credit card, so I kind of like delved into watching a lot of other people's wish hauls, and then I decided to kind of try it on my own. The first item that really got me into this, so some of you may know that I really like to play video games, and one of the series that I'm really interested in these days is Ryuga Gotoku, or the Yakuza series. I personally haven't played any of the main series. Right now I'm playing Lost Paradise, which is a crossover between Hokuto no Ken, so North of the Fist of the North Star, and Ryuga Gotoku, or Yakuza series. And it's a lot of fun. I haven't finished it yet, but those of you who know about my interest in this series also know that I just adore Majima Goro. Like, I love him. And because of that, I had been wanting to get a jacket that's the same kind of snake print as his jacket is. And my roommate was such a wonderful, amazing person and found a listing for a jacket in that print on Wish. And this is really what set into motion this whole idea of doing a Wish haul. So I'd always been kind of interested in Wish, and I was always kind of interested in watching other people's hauls, the expectations versus realities, but this was the first time that there was actually an item that like I really wanted, and I didn't know where else to really get it. So I placed the order and decided to get it from Wish. And that brings us to our first item. It's the first item that I ordered, but I don't remember if it's the first one that arrived or not. But without further ado, I have my sack of Wish items here, and I will show you the jacket that came. Alright, so here it is. Here is my Majima Goro themed snake print jacket. So as you can see, it's a pretty thin material. It has a very thin lining, but for me this is actually a really good thing because that means I can layer it in different seasons. So now that it's really hot in Japan, I can't really wear this just as is anymore, but once autumn comes, I am so gonna wear this. So the material itself, like when I got it out of the bag, I've washed it since then. It did have kind of unusual smell. It's not a bad smell, but it definitely kind of smells a little bit plasticky. It might have been from being packaged so long, I'm not sure. For the record, being in Japan, my Wish packages did not take as long as a lot of people who make these videos from the US or Canada. It actually came pretty quickly, less than a month, maybe like 2-3 weeks at most. But the quality of this, I didn't find any loose threads at all. It has very good overlock stitching in here. It's soft to the touch, and it fits me perfectly. I'll insert a clip of me wearing this majestic piece later. Okay, so here I am in the Majima jacket, the first item that I got, or the first item that I ordered. As you can see, it fits me quite nicely. It's not the most tailored item, but it does lay very nicely across my shoulders. It is also a very good length for my sleeves. A lot of times I have problems where things do not quite reach the end of my arm because I do have very long limbs. But this jacket overall lays very nicely. I don't know if it goes best with this outfit that I'm wearing today, but I absolutely love this one. Fabulous. So continuing down the Majima Goro obsessed spiral of death, I also ordered another very thin long style cardigan like this in a similar print. Now this one, I didn't have much in the way of expectations for it because it's supposed to be a very thin material, and the print ended up actually being a little bit different than the other one. So this one looks more proper Majima Goro in its coloring, whereas this one is definitely pinker and I guess designed to look more feminine. I don't really mind. I would have preferred if it was more like this one and looked more proper Majima Goro, but that being said, I've already worn this to an event before filming this. I don't go out very often because of the whole coronavirus situation. I work a lot and it's just not very conducive to my lifestyle to go out that often. And with it being so hot, I don't really want to go out. So that's just my disclaimer there. But before the numbers really started to go up in Japan, I had gone out wearing this cardigan of sorts. I had originally expected this to be like a lighter knit material based on the picture, but I'm not actually mad at the material that it is. It's very soft and a little bit silky to the touch on the outside. It's not itchy at all to wear. The inside is a little bit rougher, but again, as I said, not itchy at all. There were a few loose threads that I had trimmed on the ends, but that just comes from making things. Not having all the ends trimmed is not a deal breaker for me, especially since I believe this was not particularly expensive, and it's comfortable, and I can layer it over a lot of things because it is a more neutral print than the other jacket that I got. So that's all I'm going to say about this. I will insert a clip wearing this as well. Alright, here is the longer cardigan style snake print thing that I got from Wish. You can see it's even less tailored than the other thing, but I don't really mind that. I usually like things that are a bit loose fitting and flowy like this. And this is exactly that. It's also really super comfortable. You can also see that the sleeve is a little bit shorter, so when I bend my arm it slides up more. But when my arm is down to the side, it does reach to the appropriate length, which I'm really excited about. This actually layers a little bit better with what I'm wearing today, but still it leaves a bit more of a sack shape, I guess. But I don't know, I really like it. Alright. So after that, I went on some further adventures on Wish, just checking out some other pretty inexpensive items to see what I would get. I didn't have very high expectations for most of these things, but those two items that I just showed you already set the bar pretty high. Like, they were pretty good. But the next thing I'm about to show you was a disappointment. It is a pair of Silky pajamas. I really like to have cute pajamas, though a lot of times I don't really wear the cute pajamas. In the summertime especially, I'm more prone to just wearing a big men's t-shirt and calling it a day. It's just me and my roommate that live here. We're both women. We can just wear that kind of stuff. Nobody's gonna be here to judge us. Nobody can see inside our apartment when we're doing that. And of course, we properly wear pants when we answer the door and whatnot. We're not that level of uncivilized. But I was kind of hopeful that these would be cute, and then I could order like the matching robe and nightgown that goes with it, but unfortunately that was not the case. Now, upon first looking at these, when I got them, the material is actually quite nice. It's very silky to the touch. It's very nice. The only thing that I have to point out right away is please look at this leg. Now, normally a pants leg would flare out, right? But you can see at the bottom of this, it starts to creep inwards. So when I actually tried these on, which I am not going to show you because it was somewhat less than flattering to wear these, I could barely get them on, even though this was an extra large. I am apparently beyond an extra large in this sizing, but I could get it on, but it was not good because this really hugged into my thighs. I don't have the thinnest thighs in the world, but I also do not have the largest thighs in the world, but just this design was very poorly executed. Very poorly executed. If it had flared out a little bit more, rather than going in, it probably would have been okay. It still wasn't like the best thing to move around in because it was a bit tight around the booty. But, yeah. Just the design on this fell flat. That being said, since this is an extra large, I can probably fix this design to an extent so that my roommate can wear it, because she is a great deal smaller than me. So, we will see what becomes of these shorts. And then we're going to move on to the top part of these pajamas, because, again, poor design is the key word here. So this is the extra large size, and these straps, for one, were not long enough to comfortably reach over my shoulders. Now, I realize I don't have the smallest shoulders, but this is an extra large, okay? It should at least fit over my shoulders and not feel like pain to wear. But unfortunately, that was the case with these, because my structure is too big for this, or this is too small for my structure, whichever way you want to phrase it. It just did not end well, which is another reason why I'm not showing you this on either. Aside from that, I want you to take a good look at the gap between the two pads. These do have pads inside, so at least they thought that that far ahead to think, oh, maybe there should be pads in here where your boobs are going to be. But they made the gap between, I don't know if you can see it that well with the lace there. If I fold down the lace, you can see there's a big gap between these two pads. And so when it sits on your chest, it sits way too far apart for it to actually look good. So once again, if I'm going to try and redeem this item and all, since the fabric is not terrible, I would have to try and cinch in this wide open area between the two pads to try and make this lay a little nicer. So we're gonna see what we can do, me and my roommate, with this and see if it works out. We'll let you know probably on Instagram or something. I don't think I'm gonna dedicate a whole video to just this item, but I mean, if something becomes of it, I will let you know. Moving right along, let's go over something that was a little less disappointing. This one I ordered a little bit later than my other items in this pile, because I had been looking at it for a while and contemplating, like, do I really need another bomber style jacket? But it just kept showing up, so I decided to get it, and I'm glad I did. So here it is. It is this lovely blue floral print. Again, it still had like some little strings on the ends there that hadn't been trimmed, but I'm not really mad at that. It's an easy fix, you just trim it. None of the stitching is coming undone or anything, so it seems like pretty fine quality to me. I haven't worn this one out yet, but I definitely will in the near future. It's very lightweight. Some people might find that a bit problematic, thinking it might be a little bit see-through because a lot of the material is white, but I would be wearing this as a layering piece in summer or spring, maybe even autumn. I could even see myself wearing this on stage possibly if I do like a hikigatari or something like that, where I'm just accompanying myself, or some sort of acoustic night. I would definitely wear a piece like this. I could even wear it over other stage costume stuff if I'm working the bupon or whatever, but yeah. So this item, I was actually really pleased with. It also fits really nice, so I will insert a clip of me wearing this. Very happy with this. Okay, and here is the blue floral bomber style jacket, and it also lays quite nicely. I don't know if I would necessarily pair it with what I'm wearing today. The zipper also works pretty well. It's a little bit rough, like you can hear it going when I pull it up, but it does work, and I'm sure it'll get better over time. It does also reach the end of my arms very nicely, which I'm really happy about. And it doesn't really hug anywhere too tightly, but it's also not like the worst. It does also have functioning pockets. Forgot to point that out earlier. But yeah, I also really like this piece. It's really lightweight and nice, and I think I could probably still wear this in the evenings right now, but I might have to wait until it gets a little bit cooler. It's been very hot lately, so we'll see. But I think I will definitely wear this item in the future. All right. And in terms of other clothing items, I also have 2 pairs of shoes to show you that I got. But in terms of clothing items, this next one is another disappointment, to be honest. But I can't say that I'm particularly surprised because this was one of the cheaper items that I got. And, well, I'll let it speak for itself. So I ordered it in this nice yellow color, and the material itself, the fabric itself, is actually quite nice and soft. It is very thin, which, having seen plenty of wish hauls, I expected it to be rather thin. And this was no exception. This was no exception to that. It is very thin, but that is not the problem with this garment. So holding it down here, you don't really see any real problem with it, right? Other than the fact that it seems pretty square up top for being a dress that would be a little bit more tailored. There's no seams here to give it more shape. And then there's just this thick band here in the middle to define the waist. But the thing is, you can see from the top, it doesn't cinch in at all. It's just a square. But that's not even the end of our problems here. That's not even the worst of our problems here. The worst of our problems here definitely is the skirt portion. So I want you to take a good look at the shape of this skirt and tell me, what do you see? Does this flow outward? No, it does not. So based on the picture that it was being sold off of, it should actually be quite flowy in the skirt, and that is why I wanted this dress. I don't particularly like things that fit too tight. I like empire waist things a lot because it's a very flattering fit for me. But this is not it. So you can see here this strange line. It kind of almost cinches in a little bit and then just goes out. It doesn't have a very good shape at all. And so, of course, the skirt isn't going to lay nicely. That being said, because the material is so soft, this can probably be redeemed as pajamas, but definitely not as the dress that I ordered, which is kind of disappointing. But again, I wasn't really surprised, and at least the fabric's kind of nice, so I can still like make something from this. Okay, that finishes all the clothing items. Now we're gonna move along to the shoes. Now, from my experience watching wish hauls, I've noticed that a lot of people have really good success with the shoes, and that's what I was hoping to achieve. So first we're going to start with the pair of shoes that I was most excited about, because these shoes are amazing. I also want to give a disclaimer, I haven't worn any of these outside yet, so don't freak out that I'm putting them on a table or that I'm wearing them inside in later clips, because I have not worn them outside. They are still clean, they are still indoor shoes at the moment. Okay, so here they are. Da-dum! So at first glance, they probably just look like some regular, really shiny silver shoes, but these are no ordinary shoes. These are adult light-up shoes. Not the kind that you stomp and they light up, but they have these little charger bits in here for you to charge, and it does come with a charging cord. And there's also a button in here so you can turn on the lights, and it lights up the little LEDs in the shoe. So I'm just going to turn on the one for now and show you all the different colors that they have. They have this lovely red color, green, blue, there's more green. I think this is a little bit lighter than the other one, definitely more vibrant on camera. This one is also a lighter blue color, almost teal, purple, again another color of the teal it looks like. Then it starts having different settings where it's like seizure inducing lights. This is a little bit slower and it switches between. Some of these functions too, with the colors changing, it'll actually switch the color back and forth between the shoes, which I kind of like. Some of them it just changes in gradient altogether with the other shoe in sync, but of course you'd have to turn it to the same function at the same time. Yeah, so these have lots of functions and I actually really like them. I had been wanting a pair of shoes like this forever, and I had seen them in a shop before near my old work, but I didn't get them at that time because I didn't really have a purpose for them. This was before I was doing lives and stuff and before I really started doing more music in general. So I didn't really think that I had much of a purpose for these. When would I ever wear them? But now that I do all that kind of stuff, and now that I have these, I am so excited to actually wear them somewhere. I'll probably wear them primarily for any kind of stage performance, or if I go to some sort of special event, if those ever happen again. I think, like, honestly, I think at this point, the best I can hope for is like a broadcast kind of live, but even for that I can dress up, just like I have dressed up for you today, YouTube. Alright, and that turns off all that. I did also get some new laces. That will be in a different video because it's a different haul. To replace these with, that will also be very exciting. These laces themselves are not bad. They're just a very rough kind of glittery lace. I'm not mad at them, but I think I want to take it to the next level with some custom laces. Alright, and here are the light up shoes on. Sorry about my somewhat messy floor. It happens. This box over here is from my sewing machine that just got here the other day. Haven't gotten around to cleaning it up. But anyway, back on the shoes. So here they are on. They fit really nicely. They're really comfortable. So let's go ahead and turn on some of the lights. So I'm going to reach down and turn them both on. Ooh, I think I pushed the one too hard. Yeah, I did. Now they're both on green. So I don't feel anything really going on when I have the lights on, so that's good. I'd be a little concerned if it felt hot or something while I'm wearing them, but that's not at all the case. I'm going to go ahead and give it a jump test, see how that feels. Alright, that was pretty good. They feel pretty good on. The insides of them too, like, they're pretty comfortable. I don't feel like there's anything strange about the inside of these, just a pretty normal sneaker feeling. Though I guess the soles don't bend as much as like a normal sneaker would. I'm only noticing that just now. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with these. Okay, and then my mom and sister know this as my impulse purchase green shoes. So these shoes I had seen in passing for a while, and every time I saw them I just thought, oh, these shoes are so cute, but when would I ever wear them? And then I tried to kind of logic myself into getting like a more muted color that would, you know, go with more of the things that I wear. But in the end, I couldn't really manage to talk myself into it after I just saw this ad for these shoes so many times, and I impulse bought the green ones. So I'm going to take them out of the little storage box that I keep them in. Ooh, if I can get them out. Struggle. Okay, here they are. My impulse purchase green shoes. So this is not generally a style that I would own, but I really liked these for some reason. They're just really super cute. I'm not entirely sure what the traditional style of this would be called, but they are very, very cute, and I just had to have them because impulse purchasing green shoes. So the one side of them is completely green, and the other side has kind of this like tan or beige colored canvas material, and then all of these embroidered details on the shoe. It also has these cute little straps, and let me tell you, these shoes fit me perfectly, and they are super comfortable. I haven't worn them out and about, but I did try them on in the house and clomp around in them a little bit, and they are super cute and super comfortable. I'll insert some clips of wearing these shoes later. Alright, and here are the impulse purchase green shoes. So you can see that they make my feet actually look quite small and cute, which I'm kind of all about. I know some people are not about the round-toed shoe life, but I think these actually look quite nice on. You can see my rabbit socks peeking out the top there because I did not want to really wear these completely barefoot. You totally could, but It's just not my jam. I prefer to have my feet and legs a little bit more covered. Those of you who know me know all of my issues about the skin on my legs and whatnot that I don't like. Anyways, these are also super comfortable on. They look super cute. Like, there is a little bit of a heel inside, just a little bit here, you can see. But it's like a really nice, comfortable, natural height for a heel for me, so it keeps my foot in a really nice position. Again, those of you who know me know I have some foot problems as well. So having a shoe that is a good shape and just generally comfortable is really good for me. We're going to give these a jump test. Here we go. Yep, those are pretty good. I mean, they don't absorb as much shock as the sneakers, but I wouldn't expect them to. But yeah, I'm really liking these. I'm not sure where all I will wear them yet, but I'm hoping I can find a good time to wear them because they're so cute. Alright, so that is all that I got on my first Wish haul. I hope you enjoyed this video, and go ahead and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I also intend to post different hauls from different places in the future, like AliExpress. I have another Wish haul that's going to be coming, and then of course my thrift shop hauls. I love going thrift shopping, so you can expect that kind of content in the future as well. Right now I'm preparing a bone china thrift haul because I recently got a really nice collection. If you have seen on my Instagram, I have very nice tea parties with my friends when they come over. It's like a very casual get-together, but it seems very fancy, like you're in a cafe or something, because I really put in the work to get all of the extra pieces together. So really excited about sharing all of that with you. So yeah, see you next time.